Hey guys, Steve here with the strategy session for July 10th, 2014. A rough day in the market, but much better than it started out as. It was down about 22 or 21 points this morning, closing down only about 10 for the day. At one point during the day, we were actually almost positive. I know our accounts were positive for today, which is a good sign that we are in the strongest stocks. So, again, we're coming back into this support area, this previous resistance, coming back to test that trend line. So, with these tails, it looks like the sellers may be exhausting a little bit. But for now, we'll see what happens. This could go sideways for a while. But for right now, I'm not too concerned about where the market goes, just more about where our stocks go. So, real quick, we're going to take a quick look at the stocks that were green for today. We had about 7 or 8 of them that were green. And then also we'll take a quick look at our positions. Keep this one fairly short. Not much to do. Almost had a couple triggers this morning. One did trigger as in Baxter. But unfortunately, that's a great pattern. And I would love to get long. But, based on our rules, earnings are the 17th, I believe. So that's 1 week from today. So we're going to take a pass on this, but that's the kind of setup we'd be looking for. More aggressive traders definitely could take this, put their stop down here around 72.30, about a $4.50 stop, and see where it goes, take it through earnings. But I'd rather be, if earnings were a week or so past when they are, then we would definitely be entering long this one right now. But for right now, we're gonna pass. I mean, it's a great pattern. It's too bad that we have rules in place sometimes. But the other one that was up today, as you saw in the free trade video, hopefully, was ADM. ADM was up about 2.6%. So for breaking out on the weekly, moving higher, nice strong bar, and a nice bullish engulfing pattern. If you watch the free trade idea, I was calling it a bearish engulfing pattern for some reason. Had it stuck in my head, so I apologize for that. It is actually a bullish engulfing pattern. But again, moving strong out of that consolidation, nice weekly breakout. So that one looks like it's got some legs to it. PBI, really testing the bottom of the box. Not really much to do on that one. AMT was one we entered a couple days ago. So that's finally made new highs, new 52-week highs, as you can see up here. So blue sky territory is always a good thing, really hugging this trend line. Our stop right now is still this 87.50 level. We may be able to start trailing it up to 88.50 soon, but for right now we're going to leave it where it is and just let it work. ProLogis, still in that same consolidation area we identified, possibly moving to that weekly support level up in here. Earnings coming up in the next few weeks, so for right now there's no trade on that. Public storage, again moving sideways in the consolidation. A breakout over this 176, 175 level would really basically put us to new highs, as well as weekly breakout. EQR was another one that almost triggered today. I'm still waiting to see that strong breakout. Again, we could consider this a potential almost bullish engulfing pattern from yesterday and possibly the day before. But for right now, it looks like earnings are the 29th. So, it's moving the way we want it to. I just would like to see an actual, these topping tails have me a little concerned. But the fact that this was up on a weekday is a good sign. Potentially, if we're up again tomorrow, we could have an entry for Monday. Lockheed Martin, again, testing the bottom of the box that we had identified on the weekly chart. Really in this area, this 167 area. So, testing the bottom of the box, but it did break this trend line support. So let's see where that goes. That could easily test the bottom of the weekly box and then start moving higher. And the last one that was positive for today was MERC. So again, MERC just moving within that consolidation area. Really not much to do until it breaks out over 59.50. Earnings coming up on the 28th. So for right now, again, this looks like it's a strong pattern. Looks like it's really riding that weekly trend line. I just want to see that breakout, and then that's something we could look at entering. Just taking a quick look at our other positions. Apple basically came down, tested the top of the previous consolidation area, bounced off of that. A lot of open red boxes today, which indicates that the close was higher than the open. So the fact that this went right back into that top of that resistance or consolidation and started moving higher was a good sign. And then the two that we entered today, we actually got good fills on, was Time Warner. Time Warner, we got filled at about 71.80. So we're positive in that position because we entered at the open, which was right around here. Again, right back to the previous resistance level, top of consolidation, bounced off of that, so it's a good sign. And Wyndham. So again, same thing. We basically got filled at the lows of the day, 75.80, closed at 76.70, so we're positive in that position as well. That one didn't even go below the yesterday's low. So for right now, guys, that's about it. There's nothing really to do besides just look for new entries. Market was down, but our stocks did show some resilience, which is always a good sign. So if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for the free trade idea, and also follow me on StockTwits and Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. The next video will be the weekend update. Will be out on Saturday. We'll basically identify new watch list stocks for next week that we can see if there's any trades. Obviously, the ones that are still in consolidation from this week will remain on that watch list. And that's basically the structure that we're going to take moving forward. Is we're going to identify the watch list stocks in the weekend updates and then use them for the following weeks to base our trades off of. And it's just worked well, I think, to have a set watch list, and instead of always adding to and subtracting. We just always set it on one day and leave it for the week. If we miss certain trades, so be it. But as you can see, there's I think on this week's watch list there was 42 stocks, so we don't have to be in every one of them. So obviously make sure you follow along with the weekend update to really get the basis set for your following week. Guys, have a great Friday, and we'll see you on Saturday for the weekend update.